Hi, everyone. This is Empower Your Students. Some students get so caught up in messages about what they should be: rich, smart, attractive, popular, cool. But instead of letting these shoulds rule, the students can simply notice their shoulds and choose what they want to do. Our favorite technique for taking away some of the power in should messages is singing them. If those should messages have less power, then students have more power to choose behaviors consistent with their values. Okay, here goes. This version of the exercise is about grades the students are telling themselves they should be getting. Start by asking, what kinds of thoughts go through your head when you get a really high grade? And then listen for language that indicates any kind of judgment, positive or negative, of themselves or of others, and write these thoughts on the board. So they might say things like, their parents will be happy. They feel smart when they get a really high grade. They feel proud of their hard work. They might say that the assignment was really easy and that's why they got a high grade. And they might say that they want to tell their friends as soon as they find out they get a good grade. So these are all different ways that they're judging themselves. Then you can ask, how about a really low grade, whatever a low grade is for you? And again, listen for any kind of judgment and write it on the board. So they might say things this time like, their parents will be mad if they get a low grade. That they feel like the assignment was unfair and that's why they did poorly. They may say that they should have studied harder. Or they might wonder, what did everyone else get? And they might feel embarrassed. So after making these lists, you can say something like, it seems like grades are measuring a lot more than how much you learned about a particular topic or how well you've learned a particular set of skills. And you can ask, who sometimes gets caught up in these kinds of judgments? What do you notice yourself thinking you, quote, should be? What happens when we get caught up in these shoulds? Your students may say things like, they miss opportunities to learn when they get all caught up in what their grades are supposed to be. They might take fewer creative risks because they want to do something easy that they know will get them a good grade. They might start to ignore other responsibilities and relationships because they're so focused on getting good grades. They might even cheat, or maybe they'll say that they know people who do. And some students even cause themselves physical harm, so they might lose sleep, take stimulants, or do other things that are harmful to themselves. After they've come up with some different effects of getting stuck in their shoulds, you can say, well, it sounds like these judgments aren't necessarily helpful, but it's also normal to have these judgments about the grades that we think we should get and to get stuck in those judgments. So, is there anything we can do with those judgmental thoughts besides getting stuck in them? Well, today we're going to try something a little bit weird. Repeat after me. A plus. B minus, B. C minus, C minus. D. All together now. A plus, B minus, B. C minus, C minus, D. A plus, B minus, B. A plus, B minus, C minus, D minus, C minus, D. A plus, B minus, B. A plus, B minus, C minus, D minus, C minus, D. A plus, B minus, B. A plus, B minus, C minus, D minus, C minus, D. Once your students are all singing and they've overcome the weirdness of singing and have started laughing or getting loud or swaying or dancing or doing the wave, or they've been singing for long enough that the lyrics have become just words, Then you can start a discussion about the experience. What happened to their shoulds about grades as they were singing? They might notice a feeling of lightness or silliness, and really any change in affect might suggest a greater ability to notice the thought without necessarily letting it dictate their actions. You can ask, would they be willing to try singing the song to themselves, or even aloud, the next time they get a grade? You can move into questions like, what do grades mean? And what else can grades mean in their lives? And who decides what grades mean for them? The point of this exercise isn't to change students' thoughts about grades. It's to take away some of the power of those thoughts so they can then choose their actions. So they can have the thought, I should have gotten a better grade, I should get an A. And then still decide to keep trying new things and making mistakes and taking risks and taking care of themselves and balancing their schoolwork with their family and social lives and showing honesty and integrity when it comes to their academics. We'll add that some people might get offended by this activity. They think that it makes fun of their hard work and their pain and suffering about grades. If a student expresses offense, you can just apologize and explain that the purpose of the activity isn't to poke fun or belittle their experiences, but rather to take away some of the power of their shoulds so they have more room to notice everything else in their lives and respond in a values-consistent way. They can still work hard, set goals, and aim high, but flexibly and in the service of their values instead of rigidly and serving a should. Also, this exercise doesn't have to be about grades. What messages are your students getting from you, from the school, from each other, from wider society about what they should have or be? You can do the singing exercise with anything. Grades they think they should get, colleges they think they should get into, brands they think they should buy, sizes they think they should fit into, teams they think they should make, words they think they should use. Whatever achievements your students fixate on, or whatever status markers your students fixate on, that keep them from acting in accordance with their values. So I hope you've enjoyed singing your shoulds, and maybe you'll be interested in trying some version of it with your students. If you're looking for more ways to empower your students to make school meaningful, you can visit our website at bit.ly/empoweryourstudents.